Hi everyone, welcome to the Coaching Observer. My name is Sian Koning. So I'm quite a rugby enthusiast, right? I started playing from a very young age. I think the first ball I ever received was one of those mini balls. It was a ball from my dad, and it was a Sharks ball. So yes, naturally I'm a Sharks supporter ever since. But I kind of took it a bit seriously. I got injured somewhere in high school, and I really wanted to stay in the game. And what I did was, I decided I'm going to become a coach. And did I know what it was about? No. Did I think I can do it? Yes. And the pathway from there was quite massive. So I started off 19 years old, first year in varsity, and I decided I wanted to coach as well. I did sports science, and through sports science, we had to do a practical, and you had to get all your practical hours in. And I was already coaching at the time, and I just completely fell in love with it. From the age of 19, I was very blessed to understand that my passion in life was coaching. I could completely identify with the boys. I could really, be involved with the game but not play the game. And it became an outlet for me that I completely engrossed in, and it just became anything I wanted to do. So there I was as a young coach doing my studies and whatnot, and I continued. And the pathway I took throughout the next few years was amazing. So not only am I a rugby enthusiast, I'm currently also a father to a young kid who I hope plays rugby one day. I'm also a partner to a wonderful woman, and they all support my rugby. Now, as you can see, I'm a South African, right? Proud Jersey over here. South African born. Rugby is completely in our blood. We love it. We watch it. We cry. It's kind of all that we do on the weekend. Here's a few questions that you guys might have about me. Firstly, where all have I coached? I started my journey in Cape Town at Fairmont High School, coaching from under 14 through to second team. I then later moved through to Germany. In Germany, I coached at Cologne RSV. I was in charge of heading up their men's section as well as their sevens. I was then later selected as a provincial coach for the sevens of North Rhine-Westphalia. From there, I moved to Ireland, where I worked at World Rugby in the Technical Services Department. COVID hit, then I had to return home. Once everything opened, I then started coaching at the local club called Durbel in Durbanville. From Durbanville, I was elected as the Director of Rugby at Groote Schuur High School in the southern suburbs. From then, I moved to Joburg, where now I currently coach the under-21 side at Pirates and Greenside as well as the men's sevens. I also coach at St. Stithians, which is a college nearby, and I also coach at King David Victory Park. The second question you might have is, what are my top achievements in rugby? Well, when I was 19, I completed my level 1 in World Rugby, and I achieved my level 2 at the mere age of 21. After attaining my level 2, I then moved to Germany, where I took a local club to new heights. I ended second in the Bundesliga with the men's 15 team. I then took the men's sevens team to the national German champs, where we ended third, which is historically the best at the club. I was then elected as the men's sevens coach for North Rhine-Westphalia, where we toured to multiple tournaments in Europe. Our best achievement was that of getting the silver medal at the Germania Sevens. Some of my best achievements in local rugby is currently being written at Pirates and Greenside, where my under-21 team only lost one game throughout the season and lost to Picker in the semi-final. Another question you might have is, what is your coaching niche? I'm quite a well-rounded coach, however I like to view myself as a backline specialist, focusing on key positions such as scrum off and fly off, and I have some of the most expansive attacks that you've ever seen. I also specialize in launches. Launches are attacking options from set pieces such as lineouts, scrums, or just general penalty play. So that's a bit of my history background of my coaching, where I was, where I currently am, and whatnot. Something I want to talk about is, what is this channel all about, right? So this is called the Coaching Observer, and it is exactly what it is, right? I want to create content for rugby enthusiasts that want to see the game from a different view. And of course, that's naturally a coach's point of view. So there's going to be topics of discussion all the time. I'm aligning this with the Rugby World Cup. So I'm starting this channel as the Rugby World Cup is going. I will not follow each and every single game. I'll watch it personally, but it won't be on the channel. I want to not only cover international games, I want to cover local, even if it's club or sport, and even provincial, right? So the Currie Cups or the NPC of New Zealand or anything like this, the Premiership in England, if it's top 14, if it's whatever, I'll be covering it. My videos will be pre-game based. I will take a game, which this weekend's game will definitely be France and New Zealand, and I'll talk about strategical aspects that both teams should be following and what are going to make them win, right? Who's the prediction of who's going to win, and how are they going to win? What are the top players to look out for? What are the injuries that hindered the teams maybe? And, why would they choose this strategy against each other compared to other teams? So we all know probably South African, New Zealand just got a bit of a thumping against us now. What do they do with regards to homework to make sure that France aren't going to look at those elements to completely annihilate them once again, right? So other than core strategies, I also want to create like a learning environment for discussion, where if it's coaches who want to learn different aspects, who have questions, they can ask. You can put it in the comment section. I will always look there. I'll give you feedback on my next video if there's specific elements that you guys want to cover, right? If it's ball handling skills, if it's a strategic element, if it's a launch element, if it's just a general gameplay element, you guys can always just include it in the comment section. I'll look at it and I'll try and include it in my next video. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining me on this journey. I'm pretty sure it's going to help everyone. I will try and make it as vibrant, as fun, and as enthusiastic as possible, as well as the biggest element is the learning element for everyone. And I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you love rugby as much as I do. And yeah, enjoy the journey. Thanks, guys.